we are trading city noises for the ocean waves. Come with me to Mombasa as we travel with the night SGR, which departs at 10 p.m. There are three options. There is one at 3 p.m. and another one at 8 a.m. All this is East African time. We opted for first class. There are also three options when it comes to travel. There is the premium going for 12,000, first class for 4,500, and economy going for 1,500. So it depends on your capacity. Okay, we are set for Mombasa and we will be arriving some minutes before 4 a.m. for a fully packed day, and that's why we opted to travel at night. At night also gives you an opportunity to start the next day at your holiday destination. Clearly, as you can see, we have landed. This is Mtwapa, where I was heading. I did an intro, but it was too noisy at the background, so I decided to mute it. Yeah, so this was our first stop, and what we came here to do is just to get ready before we go and check in, because obviously it was too early for us to check in. So we thought, as you can see, this is the moorings where you can actually have a 1-hour cruise in Mtwapa. We have had this before. I'm going to share the video in a subsequent video, because it was a worthwhile experience, and this is something you can do as a group. I don't think you will enjoy as an individual. Yeah, so you can also try it as an individual and maybe get another group to join you. Okay, so I loved that our first scenery was the ocean. Okay, and this place is actually so beautiful. I don't remember its name, but it was so beautiful. I'm just taking a stroll as everybody else is getting ready for us to hit the road. Our first destination was actually Watamu, and it was quite some distance. And here, personally, I was ready and set to go. I took a shower, dressed up, and I was ready to go. Apparently, this was not supposed to be how I would dress for the day, but this particular holiday, the most amazing thing that turned out to happen is that it was so spontaneous and the flow just worked. Sometimes you don't have to have structures for you to enjoy a holiday, and yeah, so that was cool. There was a boat around there, but it is a private boat that is for fishing in the deep sea, and that's why we couldn't get close to it because the owner was not around. Okay, now let me give you a view of the exterior of the first stop that we had. And this place, I think I didn't experience their food or anything much, but I think this is a place I would either visit or stay, because it seems like a restaurant. What do you think? The scenery is cool. The only thing it doesn't have is a beach, because as you can see the other side, there is no beach that you can walk around, but you can actually take a drive to the other side, and then now you take the cruise. Or I think if you make arrangement with the guy who does the cruise, they can pick you there. I don't know. I'm sure one way or the other you can have a cruise, but for sure there's no beach here, so there's nothing to look forward to unless you just want to go and just chill, nothing much. I'm done sightseeing, and now it's time to get back on the van to start our next destination. So here we are heading to the hotel. We stayed at a hotel which I will show you at some point in this series, and I will also do a review of this beautiful hotel and more details about the hotel to come. Yeah, so that you come back, you know. Yeah, but it was so beautiful. So we stopped and had breakfast. This is what I had for breakfast. I feel like I was eating too much. My stomach was shocked the whole time. Okay, so we've checked in. We are staying in the apartment, and here is our ride to take us to Malindi. For some reason, we were able to check in earlier, and we checked in, I think, at 8 after, no, at 9 after we had our breakfast, and it's time now to take our luggage to the room. We opted for an apartment as compared to our hotel. We are now in Watamu. This is near the Turtle Bay Hotel for those ones who might know. And as you can see here, there is a beach, and we want to take a boat ride. This is not my first time. I think I've been there several times. And here, as usual, I had to check up on my mom in the morning. So I'm just having a conversation with her as I wait for everybody to put things in order so that we can leave for the ride. I must say this is something we had cancelled at some point, and we were not planning to take the boat ride, but along the way we decided and we wanted to go to the deep side of the ocean. Let me know, have you ever taken a boat ride? How was your experience? My first experience, hey, gosh, that was the most scary ride I ever had because I am scared of water bodies, and that was my first time. So I held on to the, what is it called, to the pillar of the boat the whole way to the ocean and back. And we actually went for snorkeling, and I was the last person to try it, and I was forced to because it is an experience that is worthwhile and I was about to miss. So let me tell you, if you ever find yourself scared of a boat ride or any ride in the water, you're not alone and you can actually overcome. Because nowadays, I don't have fear, I just enjoy the ride, and I'm sure there are people who are still scared. I think these people have operated these boats for some time, so I don't know why we get scared, if you ask me. And in any case, I think they know how to save people, quote unquote, if it gets to that point. Okay, so we are walking towards the boat. As you can see, the ocean had moved. The mystery of God. How does the ocean go so far? So this was going to be one of the boats, this one, but it was not our ride. So we are heading to the next one. I can see my group is still progressing. So it was not this one, but another one over there. Yeah. And allow me to introduce myself. My name is Jacie, and I'm here to share with you the different tastes and destinations. And here is where we show you where to eat and also where to stay. If you're looking for any place that you would be interested to know more about, you can let us know and we will visit the destination, or we will visit the restaurant, the hotel. We do reviews, we do travel. We've not done much travel because of personal issues for a while, but we are back full swing, and I'm going to share so many episodes that we had already shot. Yeah, so be sure to consider subscribing if this is your kind of interest in terms of content, and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified every time we have a new upload. We are now on board, and it is their rule that you should have a life jacket to ensure that in case anything happens, then at least you can save yourself. I don't know. The fact that you've gotten into the boat, you have taken the first risk, and then also you're going to the deep sea. And what I enjoyed about this boat ride, there were two other boats, and it's like we were competing. It was so it was so much fun than you'd have thought, but obviously I'm the only one who is shooting, so I chose not to record everybody else. As you can see, we are enjoying our boat ride. The ocean was cool, and for some reason, I don't know whether I should ask, can someone explain to me how they are able to know how to ride on the area where there are no tides? As you can see ahead, there were tides, but we never got to that side. Anyway, when I took a cruise, we were told there's a route for the boats and the ship and whatever. So I'm assuming that's the same case. Because at first, some of us were skeptical about the tides, but we never got even closer to the tides. Okay, we just enjoyed the waves. However, on our way back, there were some tides which were heavy, and people are almost okay. It was so much fun because some people were scared and others were excited. What's your experience in the ocean? Have you ever had this boat ride? Are you too scared? To be honest, it is a worthwhile experience. If you've not had it, maybe it's time you do. Okay, yeah, so let's enjoy the boat ride. As soon as we got to the island, of course, we had to alight and take a walk. Remember, I said the initial plan was not to get into the ocean, but along the way we did. And I really suffered because I had left my costume. So I alighted with my feet and I was wet the whole time because I didn't have a change of clothes. And that's actually the reason I like living by the beach so that I can be able to enjoy the ocean and still come back uh, and change because this I had to walk in the sun, like literally to dry myself up. This was not funny. But it was my fault since I could have carried one piece of a costume which I already had, but I decided not to carry. As you can see, the other boats. I don't know. I wondered whether they do it as a community because everywhere we stood, these other two boats on were also docked. I don't know. So I had to alight, take a walk on the island, which is inside the ocean. I think I've been to this island before. Of course, because I'm not very familiar with these destinations when it comes to inside the ocean, then I wouldn't know. But this is a place that you are light. The water is not much. It's actually an island, and then you walk. Of course, I had to walk all the way to the sand and have a feel of the sand. I mean, how cool is that? Being walking inside the ocean and getting sand inside the ocean. That is just something that you experience when you go to the ocean. Okay? So I'm here, our boat is back there, and I'm taking this straw just to get to the sand and have a feel of the sand. Okay? And then, as you can see, everybody was having their own kind of fun. Yeah, this is the middle of the ocean, not by the beach. Okay, this is so, I find it so cool. How does God work and create sand in the middle of the ocean? Like, how cool is that? Let me know in the comment section what you think about these happenings of God because sometimes He amazes me. Like, where does the ocean go? How does it know when to come back? How does it know how far it should go? You know? Yeah, so, and that is our experience. I had to do a short video, and that was my feat of the day. One thing I have learned from this trip is that linen is better than denim when you travel, especially where you're experiencing sand and all sorts of that, because it's easier to clean than denim. Yeah. And also as you appear, you will as you walk around and get dirty, get sand and get all sorts of stuff, it will not stick on your linen as compared to your denim. So that's a tip for when you're traveling. Let me know in the comment section if you have another tip when it comes to dressing, because that one I have learned through experience. Throughout the years I've done denim. Oh, and tip number 2 again on dressing for a hot environment, don't do tight fits. Have loose clothes so that you kind of feel comfortable. So I'm a person who always wears a perfect fit, especially the bottoms, but have learned wearing a bit loose clothes for hot areas is better than too fitting or too tight. I don't know. Let me know in the comments section if you agree or disagree. What's your take on the fit that you should have at the ocean? Yeah. So it's time to go back to the boat. As you can see, most people are getting back to the boat, and we need to head to the next location. As I had said at the beginning, we had a busy day. So that's why we are maximizing on every minute. But what we learned on this day also is that a day is very long if you maximize it. We woke up, okay, we didn't actually sleep. We got to Mombasa at about maybe 5 a.m. Or thereabout. And right about now, after several activities, we are, I think, 1 p.m. or thereabout. Yeah. So, of course, if you take this boat ride, you have to go to the marine park, and this is where you get to see different kinds of fish. And what they do, you can see the zebra inside the water. There are so many. So what they do, they throw a piece of food on the animals, and then of course they will come quickly to grab the food. They usually do it with bread. Okay, so like in our case, one of the guys who are in the boat, he decided to go under the boat and then give the fish the bread so that they can come and we get to see them. Yeah, so basically this was an ocean experience, and it is one of the things you can do when you go to Mombasa, Diani, Malindi, whichever area where there is an ocean. I always see boats around there. Yeah. Like, what is your travel destination that you would want to travel, either locally, internationally, and has an ocean? I have seen so many guests coming to the coastal region. I think from my experience, Diani has more numbers when it comes to international travelers. But you know what? You can also promote your local tourism. Take an SGR trip, a bus trip, a flight to Mombasa, and you will enjoy this amazing experience. Yeah. So if you have liked the video, of course, you can consider liking. Let me know what else you would like us to explore. And also, kindly consider subscribing to this channel and turn on the notification bell so that every time we have a new upload, you will be notified and you do not miss any of the episodes that are coming up from this series. This series continues maybe for another few videos, and we will continue sharing the travel experiences so that you know where to go, and of course you can know where to eat. This is Taste and Travel with Jacie, where travel and food meet. We will do different experiences. You can share with us any ideas that you would want us to try down there in the comment section. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video, and see you on the next one.